Hello everybody, it's me Gabriel, and today we are doing lesson 3D. And before we do though, we are going to review the work you did in lesson C3 from last time. So that's what we are going to be reviewing. So in a moment you're going to press pause, you're going to open up your book and turn to pages 62 and 63, and you are going to check the answers that you gave to steps 3 and 1. And then once you have that open and you've seen them, press play again, and I will show you the correct answers, and we'll find out how many you got right. So this should be exciting. Okay, so now that you are back and we are going to review the answers, we're going to be doing exactly what this test says to do, only we will be giving 100% the right answers. Hopefully. Hopefully I can give you the right answers too. I'd be a bad teacher if I can't do that. So underline the main verb in each sentence and circle 2 plus infinitives. So we have to find the 2 plus infinitives. If you've have any of you gone hunting before? This is going to be kind of like that. We're going to be hunting, but not for animals. We're going to be hunting for 2 plus infinitives. It's much harder than hunting for animals because it's English grammar, very hard, very boring. You have to wait a long time, takes a lot of work, a lot of practice. It's very boring, not fun. We'd all rather play video games, but you can't do that either because the video games are in English, so you have to learn grammar anyway. So life is hard if you don't speak English, but that's why we're learning, okay? So we already have 2 so far. So we have Omar, oh whoops, I got that wrong actually. That's to call, not Omar 2. See, I'm a good teacher, I fixed that. I would never get it wrong. And then we have to go, so that's 2 infinitives. And now, let's see, you know what, this is taking a very long time to find the infinitives and drag them over to study. There we go. So we got 3 so far. So you know what, here's what I think I'm going to do. I happen to be magic. Most Americans are magical. It's very special to Americans. I can snap my fingers, and when I do, it's automatically going to show all the 2 plus infinitives and all the underlines. I can prove it to you. Watch. And just like that, when you look at that, see? Perfect. It circled all of them, but it does not look like it underlined the verbs. So that's okay because we can practice and see which ones are the verbs. So let's see, is reminded a verb? Well, let's think. Reminded, is that a thinking or a feeling verb? Minded, that's a thinking verb because I reminded, that's thinking, and it even has the word mind, remind, in it. So mind, brain, this is a thinking verb. So we'll underline that. Let's see, what's another one? I think planning and planned, these both sound like thinking verbs to me, so let's underline these as well. Perfect. Okay, there's just a few more left, so you need to take lots of water to the desert. Let's think, which are any of those thinking or feeling verbs? Need would be a feeling verb, so let's underline that. Perfect. So tell Fatima to make a word web. Which one? I'd have to say tell is the verb here. Okay, now let's see. I don't see any thinking verbs here. It says in the future I want to be a doctor. I don't see any thinking verbs. So now let's start looking for feeling verbs. Do we see any feeling verbs in the future? Future isn't a feeling. Have you ever felt like you're in the future? That's not a real feeling verb though. I want, there it is. Want, wanting is a feeling. Okay, we only have one more step to go, so turn to page 63 and we're going to be answering just number 1. So it says choose words from the box to complete the question. So we have words that we can use to answer these questions here. Let's see what they are. We have forget, emotions, connection, short-term memory, long-term memory, and neuron. So let's see if we can answer all these questions using just these. Let's practice and see how well we know what these words are for. When we remember something for less than 30 seconds, we are using, I'm going to say long-term memory. No, not long-term memory. Short-term memory. 30 seconds is not a long time. Let's see. Short-term memory. So we'll put short-term memory in there. Whoops. Perfect. See? Short-term memory. Now, let's see. When we remember something for days, weeks, or years, we are using long-term memory, because that's a long time. Weeks and years is not short. That's long. So long-term memory. Does your great-grandmother remember what she was doing when she was your age? You can test her memory. See, that was long time ago. Long-term memory. If she remembers that, she's using long-term memory. So, seriously long. Anyway, a blank is a brain cell. This is a little bit more difficult. Let's see. What is a brain cell? Well, forget is not a cell. That is a description. Emotions. No, those aren't brain cells either. Connection. No. Short-term memory. Definitely not. Long-term memory. No. Neuron. How could we have gotten that wrong? Of course it's neuron. So let's just see if I can spell neuron. Let's see. Perfect. I am a great speller. Okay. Neuron. A neuron is a brain cell. There is blank between the sun and the color orange. You know what? I actually have to think. Connection. Okay. There is a connection. It's not a neuron between the sun and the color orange. It's not forget between the sun and the color orange. That would be the wrong grammar. The only word that works here is connection. So let's put that right here. There is a connection between the sun and the color orange. You know, I always thought the sun was the color blue until I read this. I'm kidding. The sun has always been orange. So let's see. Anyway, when you don't remember to do something, you forget? I'm guessing. When you don't remember to do something, you forget. I forgot to make this video. I was supposed to make it 2 days ago, but now it's here, so I forgot to do that. But I remembered using, what was it? I already forgot how we remember things. I need to retake this class. I will rewatch this video to learn, because I'm forgetting. Let's see. Happy, sad, excited, and scared are all neurons? No, these are all emotions. When we get happy, that's an emotion. When we get sad, that's an emotion. That is correct. Okay, so that is all we are going to be doing for Lesson 3C. We will be continuing in this video to the next lesson. So how many did you get right? Did you get these all right for Step 1 and Step 3 here? Did you get these right, or did you get them wrong? Be sure to check and see if you can fix it. If you got them all right, wow, I am very impressed. So without further ado, let's move on to the next lesson, Lesson 3D.